Hey everybody, welcome. Hope you're having a great night. How are you? Well, I hope you're doing good. I know someone who isn't doing good, and that's Chantal, because Chantal has fallen into a burning ring of fire. For anyone who's been keeping up with Foodie, you know that there's trouble in paradise. There's been trouble for a while. We've seen the signs, they've been all over the place. Between her excessive eating and just diving more into the food, the lack of intimacy between the two of them as far as their interactions together, him not wanting to touch her, him being gone all the time, the woodenness of the narrative between the two of them. It's very apparent something is very off. They're supposed to be a newly married couple in love, loving each other so much, into each other so much, and yet when they get together and they get on camera, there's really no chemistry, is there? No, not at all. So everybody from the jump, they said this whole marriage is performative. It is a performance, that he is just there playing out a role of some sort for Foodie and with Foodie. It's transactional. We've said that for a while now, and Foodie has always maintained it's real. He loves me. He thinks I'm hot, blah, blah, blah. But yet, the chemistry between those two, the interaction between those two say otherwise. So, as far as Chantal and Salah, there have been some new developments. Something just recently happened, and I'm going to go over with it. So, I'm going to take you guys over on Twitter because I would like to show you stuff on Twitter and also something that I found courtesy of her own profile on TikTok. So went on her TikTok last night because I was wondering if she'd done any more TikTok videos, and if so, what were they? And I saw something really, really strange. So my tweet is hashtag Foodie Beauty. Her TikTok page and description. What's up with the question mark after the ring emoji, Foodie? Not sure you are married? If he loves you so much, he thinks you are hot, why question the marriage? Sounds like trouble in paradise. Let me just blow this up. So it says revert, check out our YouTube channel, happily married, ring emoji, and question mark. I posted that to my Twitter, and a lot of people took a look at it, and they were asking questions about it. Some people asking, did I take the screenshot with a phone or with a computer? Because sometimes that matters as far as what's being shown. Other people remarking, and I think they got some valid points here, that she might have done that to troll people, to bait people. That is a possibility. Foodie likes to do things, like lay out the bait and see who takes the bait. So she might have done that for that purpose. But I just saw that and I thought, this person, Foodie Beauty, who tries to sell to us the idea that she's in a happy marriage with a man who loves her, the ring emoji and the question mark. So is it bait? Did she lay out the bait for us? Is it a troll? Or is it something else? I'm going to tell you guys something that I did yesterday before everything else that has happened that we're going to talk about happened. So those of you that come to my channel, you know that I do the tarot. And some of you may or may not be into the tarot, but tarot is fun to do. And sometimes it does give insight. I did a tarot reading on Foodie privately and Salah. I want to get a sense of what was going on. And the tarot reading that I did on Foodie and Salah, in a nutshell, this is what they said between the both of them. That Salah, according to my cards, so just take this just for entertainment value only, Salah has his eyes on somebody else. There's somebody he really wants to be with. And he's kind of stuck with Foodie right now. And he's not happy. He's not a happy person at all. And Foodie's not happy either. Like Salah wants to go off and do his own thing, but he's kind of stuck with, what do I do with her? So, in essence, Foodie and Salah are in each other's way. Like they're in each other's way as far as being happy, but yet they won't let go of each other. But there is and has been somebody in the picture for quite a while. Uh, According to my cards, again, entertainment purposes only here. It's somebody he's been talking to for a while and he very much wants to be with, and he really can't right now because of Foodie. But he wants to travel, he wants to do things, and according to what my cards told me, he's not looking to take Foodie with him. So there's that. Now I did that reading yesterday before everything that happened. So what did happen? After the readings. Okay. Let me just go up here. And there's really cool stuff on Twitter. All right, this is just from Linda. She posted a vlog of her and Salah going to the movies. We'll talk about that at a later time. Let me just, the stuff at the top is the most recent. Okay. So what has happened that's turning this whole thing into a burning ring of fire? Well, Salah, the last few days, has been spending some time in another person's chat, a woman, uh, and they are speaking in Arabic. Some people have tried to translate some of the things that are being said, but there is a woman on YouTube, a very attractive woman, that she has a YouTube channel, and Salah is in the chat and he is modding for her. He spent a lot of time in there. He's done more talking with this woman than he ever has with Foodie. Now, I don't know this woman. I have nothing bad to say about her. But the first thing that came to my mind when I heard that is Foodie's a very jealous woman. She's very insecure. Whether that woman is married or not, she's still going to be jealous and insecure. Now, Chantal likes to tell us that Salah is there all the time. The first thing that came to my mind when I heard that Salah was in another chat room talking to a woman, how was he able to do this if he was at the house with Foodie all the time? Because I don't think she'd be cool with that. I mean, Foodie has told us she goes through his phone. She's always peeking over his shoulder, see what he's doing. I would think that if he's talking to other women, the only way he could do it is not to be at the house, to be in another location, to be out. And that way he could have true private conversations, because he's not going to be able to do it with Chantal around. She's far too nosy. But according to what I've been researching, uh, he's been in this person's chat the last 3 days. And this is courtesy of It's Me. So let's see. Oh, like you can see his little icons. And she did give this person, did give him a wrench. All right. This is also from It's Me. I guess that's the same screenshot. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, the conversation is in Arabic, but he's a mod in the person's chat, talking quite a lot, talking more in this person's chat than he ever did in Foodie Beauties. If he mods for Foodie, he barely says a word. He'll type a message every once in a great while, but not like this. Like constantly talking back and forth. Constant interaction in her chat. Uh, Just Me says he's a mod on her channel talking about the other woman. Foodie Beauty will be so mad. I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't know how much weight this would carry. It's just a thought. I'm just sharing my thoughts with you guys. So Foodie has been extremely angry. And recently she did a live stream where she talked about finding a picture of a woman on Salah's phone in a thong. Now, when it comes to Foodie, it's really rare to get straight truth out of her, especially all at once. And she has a tendency to mix in bits and pieces of the truth with things that are a lie. So I'm not insinuating that this woman is, a woman that was taking a picture and wearing a thong, but maybe the woman that Foodie was annoyed with, that Foodie was angry over, was actually perhaps this woman. And she just changed parts of that story and added in other things that really weren't there. Maybe she was annoyed that Salah was talking to this woman, just talking to her. And although this woman did not do anything offensive, just the very fact that he was talking to her made her so enraged that she's just been raging the last few days. But she just, in order to tell the story to all of us, she changed up aspects of the story to make it seem more sleazy or something than it actually is. So here he is in this person's chat, speaking Arabic. Let's see what else we got here. This is from Perfectly Imperfect. So again, y'all don't send any hate to this person. We don't know her. She could just be an innocent bystander. We don't know anything about her. We don't know what's going on with her and Salah. It could just be straight conversation, but that's the woman. As you can see, she's very attractive. She's talking back and forth to Salah. So there she is, speaking to Salah. And Foodie Beauty noticed right away, saying, "Babe, an Arabic lady was here earlier, but we didn't know what she said." Well, that's because you've been in Kuwait for over 6 months and you haven't tried to learn any kind of Arabic as you could have. And you got all kinds of time. You could have learned to speak a little bit of, Arabic, and you haven't. But she was, speaking to him in Arabic, and he speaks Arabic. Of course, Foodie's going to notice somebody speaking to Salah that is a female. Like I said, she's insecure and she's jealous. Future Becky says, it's giving the complete opposite of being secure in your marriage. Yep. Well, how can you be secure in your marriage if you are not secure in yourself? I mean, how does that work? How can you be secure in a marriage or a relationship if you are completely insecure with yourself? That you are so insecure that you fly into a rage or you feel a certain kind of way if a woman even walks by your man or your partner. If they just say hi to him, if they just happen to be walking across the street, that's reason to go into a rage. To be secure in a relationship first, you have to be secure within yourself. You have to know that, like you and your partner, you guys have a connection, that there's love and there's trust. If you got love and you got trust, you can go anywhere in the world. Your partner can go anywhere in the world. You trust them. Everything is more relaxed. Everything is more easy. If you're insecure, you try to make yourself secure by keeping your partner on a very short leash. And that's what she's trying to do with Salah. Like, I'm going to hold him really close to me, and I'm going to keep him so close he can't go anywhere, he can't do anything, and I'm basically going to suffocate him and be clingy, and he's just going to have to deal with it. Well, as I've stated before, Foodie, people can and will only put up with that for so long. If you start sucking all the oxygen out of the room, eventually they're going to have to walk out just to get some fresh air because you're not providing it. You're not allowing for it. So even though you think you're in control and you've got everything under wraps, you really don't. You're just driving him away even faster. Perfectly Imperfect says, Salah's been talking to her for at least 2 days. Foodie Beauty, your man is talking to another woman a lot. So like here's some of the screenshots. Like, look how often he's posting in the chat. Look, did we ever see him post that much? on Foodie's channel. And from what I understand, this woman, she's got a small channel. So he's posting a lot in somebody else's chat, but on Foodie's channel, which is much bigger, he barely talked to the VIBs. Barely. Look, all through here, like every other sentence is his. And that's her channel. Again, I'm letting you guys know, look, this is her channel. Please do not harass her. Please don't bother her. We don't know anything about this woman. It would not be fair. Okay? We don't know what's going on. So don't do that. Nothing But Love says, where's your man, Foodie? Where's your husband? Your husband's in another person's chat room talking to them. I'm not saying anything intimate or dirty happened in that room, but you hate him giving any attention to another woman. And I'm sure you are hating all of this. The fact that people found out that he was just chit-chatting another woman. Is that why you've been a grumpy grandma the last few days? Is that what's going on? Because you only get this mad when you're fighting with somebody or people get too close to the truth. And I think we're getting really close here. I think there are people getting really, really close. And that's what's irritating you. And you know what I love for you right now? I love the fact that in the past, when you got mad, you would go on a live and just blast everybody and you'd make money with it. But for some reason, you are doing your rages on your community posts, which are not making you much money. You're raging for free on your community post and not making a single doggone cent with it. I love it for you. I love it the most. Rage for free, mama. Give it to us. And believe me, she is mad. She did a community post and you can always tell when Foodie's mad when she does a community post because she writes a mini novel. And she did. She wrote a complete mini novel. We're going to go over that too. But where's your husband, Foodie? He ain't with you. The recent live you did where you were in the living room, you were raging at all of us, you were being offensive. People have caught screenshots where it looks like you've got the couch set up and that's where you sleep. Are you sleeping on the couch, Foodie? Why are you sleeping on the couch, mama? Why aren't you sleeping in the bed? If you're sleeping on that couch, that doesn't sound like a happy marriage. All right, more screenshots. Perfectly Imperfect. Apparently, Salah was in this lady's chat to help her grow her channel. A stranger he never met. Why? And I estimated that the first time in her chat, he stayed for 40 minutes. The second time, 1 hour. And remember, these chats weren't full of people, just a few. This is all very weird for a happily married man to be doing. Yeah, it is. You know, like, look, married people, they're allowed to have friends of the same gender or the opposite. You can be married or in a relationship and have friends. Friends that you've known before the marriage or friends that you meet after you get married. That's perfectly normal. You know? As long as your partner isn't going behind your back and doing things they really shouldn't be doing, you know, and talking in a way that they really should only be talking to you, I think it's perfectly fine. But again, we're talking about Foodie. And she's insecure and she's jealous and she's clingy and possessive and like she just loses her mind when she thinks about another woman talking to her man. And she looks at women as competition, no matter who they are, no matter what their status is, no matter if they're married or not. They're competition. They're taking attention away from her. And that's why she just like, she picks a guy that guy becomes her entire world. And because that's her entire world, she expects that man to just give up his whatever's going on in his world and just be completely focused on her. And nobody's happy like that. Everybody has to go out and find things to do and have hobbies and interests and have a life outside of their partner. You can have things you do with your partner, but there are also things that you can do away from your partner. And it just enriches your life and makes it better just to have something interesting to talk about when you come home and you sit down at the dinner table. You get to have interesting conversation. Hey honey, what did you do today? Oh, I did this and this. Well, what about you? Well, yeah, I did this and this too. Well, that sounds interesting. Like when you're around somebody 24 freaking 7, you know what each other is doing all the time. You can't tell each other things that are new because you're right there. You see exactly what they did and what they said. But yeah, Salah's over there. He's spending time in somebody's chat room. Okay, this is future Becky, not Chantal, admitting that she's so insecure about Salah that he has a curfew. Imagine everybody, to be a man that you're in your 30s and your quote unquote wife who's older than you trying to act like a doggone mom and give you a curfew. He has a curfew. Salah, sir, do you have that curfew when the street lights come on, you got to come inside? I remember being young and that was playing around outside all day. And when you saw the street lights come on, it was time to come home. Do you got the same deal with Chantal? Like exactly what is your curfew? Is it 6 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock? But it's really weird if Chantal says that he's got a curfew because we've seen Salah come into the house about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So when exactly is the curfew? Is it 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 o'clock? Who knows? But let's look at the post here. Look, I told you guys. I told you guys she's mad. She wrote a book. Did I lie to you? And this is just one post. There's actually another one. For those who don't want to read, and I don't blame you, let me just be Miss Helpful over here and read it for you so you don't have to. She says, LMAO, you people are so sad. It makes me laugh at this point. I know you are all hoping for a rage or a big juicy divorce, aren't you? Well, losers, I have some very unfortunate news for you. Please leave that poor married Muslim woman alone. You really think that harassing her is going to affect me in any way? It only shows how desperate and obsessed my haters are. I saw you all flock into her chat like cockroaches and vultures to harass this poor woman. You think I don't know about her? Salwa is someone from the internet, part of her channel growing support group. She literally mods everyone. Heck, she even modded Perfectly Imperfect's miserable, lonely, unfulfilled butt. Let's stop there for a second. Foodie, you have said that you don't pay attention to anything. So why were you paying attention to who this woman was modding in her chat room that had nothing to do with you? Why were you watching? Why? And isn't it interesting that she came into Salah's gaming stream and you didn't know who she was? Now you're almost claiming that you kind of know her a little bit, you know about her. Weird. She modded the other dude in there also. He supported men as well, and they in turn subbed to him. Nothing more than formal interaction, sickos. I saw every word he wrote. You may have seen it, Foodie, but you don't know how to speak nor write Arabic. So the conversation that was happening between himself and this woman was happening in Arabic, so you couldn't immediately automatically understand it. I mean, he could speak in Arabic and tell you, oh, this means this and this means that. And how would you know the difference? You've been in Kuwait for the longest and you know very little Arabic. Let's see. He doesn't hide things from me. Oh, really? He doesn't? Then why did you get so angry when you found a picture, allegedly, of a woman in a thong on his phone? If he doesn't hide things from you, if you guys are so much in love and you trust each other, you trust him, why did you blow all the way up? I'll wait for an answer. If you trust him, why did you get upset? Why did you get upset? If you trust him, why are you snooping on his phone to begin with? Women and men who trust their partners don't go snooping like that. They really don't. I was married to one of my husbands for 5 years, Foodie. Love my husband. And I wasn't snooping around on his phone. I didn't care who he was talking to. He was my husband. I trusted him. He would go once a year to a music convention for 3 days. I wouldn't be blowing up his phone while he's there. He would leave and I'd go, have a good time. I'll see you when you get back. Because I trusted him. I didn't have to be over his shoulder. But you, in order for you to feel secure, you got to be snooping around, looking for pictures, looking at text, looking at the Facebook, everything. There's so little trust, you basically have to act like a warden in order to feel good that there's nobody else that might take him away from you. Uh, he doesn't hide things from me. Her husband was right there when Salah was trying to help them with their channel. This this was also all public. So no, my husband doesn't chat with women in private, but this was a married woman from a support group he helped a couple of times while her husband was right there. Okay, so let's play devil's advocate. Let's just say you're right, Foodie. So explain the picture on his phone with the woman with the thong. What kind of support group was she in? What was he helping her with? If that story is even true, you might have told some great big fibs over that. A woman in a thong, what was he helping her shop for a thong? She was like modeling the thongs for him and saying, how does this look on me? I mean, why would he have a picture like that on his phone? If he was so disgusted by that woman, why wouldn't he block her and get rid of the picture? Why did he keep the picture? I mean, I've got questions. I do. Also, the kisses emoji with him copying and pasting a title from another channel. I think even maybe Saul was, as you can see, she uses hearts and lips emojis in a lot of her titles. Go check. So that's the desperate tea. Please touch grass. It's honestly sad at this point. Stay mad, losers, and keep waiting forever because Salah and I are together 24/7. So for loser reaction channels to say he's gone all hours of the night is lies. Well, we've seen a lot of things. There's a lot of live streams where it's was late over in Kuwait, and she's sitting there be talking to us, and he would literally walk in the door. So you claim that he's there 24/7, but yet there's a lot of evidence that suggests otherwise, Foodie, that he leaves you alone a lot, whether it's to go hang out with friends or go work or whatever. He's not there all the time. I'm sure he can't be all the time there with you. He just can't. And if you are controlling him to the point where he's got to be there 24/7, you won't let him leave the house. That's just messed up. It is. It's completely messed up. You're treating your own house like a jail, and he's a prisoner. Um, so the community of crap is just making things up now. Pathetic. If you think I would let my husband leave in the night, you are on blank. Excuse me, I thought he was a 30-year-old man. He's not a child. Who are you to tell him he can't leave and go where he wants to go? And I think you're lying because there's, again, many live streams where he was gone at night till early in the morning coming home. So what do you mean he can't leave at night? If you've got a desire for some food, you'll send him out to go get something at night, correct? Yeah, you've done that too. You've woke this man up out of a sound sleep to go get you food at 2 or 3 in the morning. So he does get to go out. Anyway, blank over this, Twitter freaks. You are a sad bunch of humans. Really, stay mad, babies. I know it burns your butts that I'm in a loving marriage and not miserable and obsessed over someone's life like you are. But hey, I'll just pity you all at this point. Oh, and something, let's see, is many buildings look like that in the Middle East. Uncultured morons. You see him interact with anyone, either even another married woman, and assume he has another wife. But you've said, Foodie, you don't want him talking to other women. Even if the woman is married and has a husband, I don't think you would trust him just talking in the room with you right there. Your insecurity and jealousy, there would be a fight that very night. Anytime you see a woman that's even remotely attractive, it's gut check time for you. You just can't look at women as friends and companions, as confidants. You look at them as competition. You are an insecure egomaniac. He loves me. Get over it. Stop trying to mess with our lives. You are just mad I don't have to invent a man like French fried girl. You are mad that in all my mess, I am still special enough to always, besides one loser, find loving, good partners. We stay mad and stay out of my relationship. No, you don't find loving, good partners, Foodie. You find people that are financially hurting or financially needing in some way and you take advantage. You are a predator. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to say it again. You're a predator. The last true good man you ever had in your life was BB. BB was a good man. He was a hard working man. He worked really hard. He went to school. He had his own home. He was such a good man that not even the Kiwi farmers messed with him after you guys split up. They wished him well. But BB was independent and he kicked you to the curb. And you didn't like that. You didn't like the fact that here's this man that you were with. You couldn't control him. You couldn't manipulate him. He kicked you to the curb and that was it. Every other man after BB has always been somebody that they were needing money. And because they needed money or they needed to be taken care of, you took advantage of that. Because although you tell all of us that you're looking for love, I think you're lying. I think you're looking to find someone that you can control using your money. Just putting people in a position where they can't escape you. You throw out the golden hook with a YouTube paycheck. You see what one's going to bite. When one bites, you reel them in and they can't get away from you. BB was the last good one because after BB came who? There was Pete's. Pete's was weak. He moved in with you. He had a job. He was making money. You kept pressing at him to quit YouTube. To quit his job. Once he quit his job and he became completely dependent on you, you got bored with Pete's. You got annoyed with Pete's. You moved on to Natter. And then you tried for an entire year plus to get control of Natter using money because you just could not deal with the word no. That might have been the first time somebody actually told you no and it was a challenge and you just went for it. You never got control of Natter. Now, after Nader, we have Salah. And you two have some sort of financial agreement. But you don't believe in love. Because love would mean that you can't be selfish. You can't be rude. You can't be abusive. You have to take care of yourself. You have to listen to your partner. You have to be considerate of them. You have to build on yourself. That's not you. You want to be as awful as you want to be, and you just want someone that will just accept it and not say a word. So you're looking to control somebody. And whatever agreement you and Salah have, you think that you can just emotionally, mentally wear a guy down until he just gives in and surrenders. He'll just quote unquote fall in love with you. That's not real love. That's just mentally and emotionally exhausting somebody to the point where they just don't have any strength to fight anymore. But that's not real love. That will never be real love. You don't look for love, Foodie. You look for someone you can control and put them in a position where they can't get away from you. Okay, more of the conversation. Kristen says she only gets us mad when people hit too close to the truth. Yep. And there's the comment from Salah's gaming chat, I guess. Perfectly imperfect bingo, and she lies. She claims to have known who Salwa was, but in Salah's live tonight, when Salwa was there, she had no idea who she was. So which is it, Foodie? You are familiar with her and you're cool with her or not? I mean, you got to pick a lane, Foodie. You're kind of, making us confused. Making us all kinds of confused. So we will see what happens, you guys. We will see, won't we? I'll keep an eye on things, but I urge everybody to, I don't know who this woman is. I don't know if she's trolling. She just might be an innocent bystander in all of this, but nobody harass her, please. Nobody harass her. We don't know what's going on yet. But this is like an interesting development. I don't know if Salah is interested in her or what, but whatever is going on with Foodie and Salah, something big must have happened because she's been in a rotten mood for days now. Days. It might be a combination of things. It could be because she said to us that Salah, he's got the food apps on his phone. He controls the money. It could be because she wants his attention. It could be because she's bored of being in Kuwait. It could be a variety of different things. And she just taken out her rage for all of it on all of us. But I will keep you guys posted if I find out anything. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here and have a good day. Bye-bye.